This episode is brought to you by Global X. Since 2008, Global X ETFs has been committed to empowering investors with unexplored, intelligent solutions. Global X specializes in exchange-traded funds that offer exposure to the artificial intelligence ecosystem, including themes like data centers, robotics, semiconductors, and cloud computing. To learn more about Global X's entire suite of ETFs, from covered calls, fixed income, emerging markets, and more, visit globalxetfs.com.
So what's it like to buy your first cryptocurrency on Kraken? Well, let's say I'm at a food truck I've never tried before. Am I gonna go all in on the loaded taco? No, sir. I'm keeping it simple, starting small. That's trading on Kraken. Pick from over 190 assets and start with the $10 in your pocket. Easy. Go to kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI, DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
This is Optimal Finance Daily. 3 steps to help you get financially unstuck by Jaime of keepthrifty.com. And I'm your host and personal finance enthusiast, Diana Merriam. Now let's get right to it and continue optimizing your life. 3 steps to help you get financially unstuck by Jaime of keepthrifty.com. There was a time when we felt stuck. We felt like our dreams and hopes were unattainable. We felt defeated. We struggled during this time in our life and in our marriage, but we found a way to pull ourselves out of that hard place and into a better financial situation, allowing us to make our dreams a reality. You can do it too. Here are 3 steps to help you get started. Number 1, question everything. One of the first things we did that helped us in our journey was to question everything. When we entered adulthood, we let the world take control of our lives. It told us to focus on our careers instead of our marriage. It told us to impulsively spend our money instead of focusing on our values. Chris worked long hours and added an MBA program to his schedule. I worked late into the evenings and every other weekend in the fitness world. We spent our paychecks on Pottery Barn furniture and expensive clothing. We never took a vacation or slowed down to enjoy our marriage. Our life became about finding our value in what the world thought of us. It wasn't until we became a family of 5 that we realized we were broken. We had a nice home and a good job. And while we were grateful for this, we found ourselves unhappy. Why? We wanted more time together. At first, it felt like there was nothing we could do. Chris needed to work his 40+ hours. We needed the paycheck. But what if we didn't need the paycheck? What would we do? Chris talked about working in a job that allowed flexibility, remote work, and ample vacation time, maybe even entering the world of entrepreneurship. We talked about taking weekday hikes, traveling around the world, and walking our girls to school. Once we created this vision, a vision that aligned with our own values, we found the strength to question more. Were we handling our money in a way that was leading us in the direction we wanted to go? Were our current possessions helping us live the life we wanted? What changes could we make to our life that would get us closer to the life we wanted? Number 2, don't be afraid to experiment. After asking ourselves all those questions, we realized that we wanted to simplify our life and make room for our dreams. Simplifying can be daunting, especially if the changes are going to be permanent. How would we know if we were making a mistake? But here's the thing, we didn't have to make permanent changes right away. We could practice, pretend, and experiment. We parked our Prius in the garage for 1 month, choosing to only drive our minivan to see if we could make it work. We boxed up clothes, toys, and other household items, storing them in the basement, pretending we didn't have them. We experimented with floor sleeping. We closed off parts of our house, pretending we had less square footage and a single bathroom. Chris asked to work from home on Fridays, getting a feel for remote work. And number 3, take action. Our experiments gave us the confidence to take action in changing our life. We realized we could live with 1 vehicle. We sold the Prius And with the money we received, we were able to pay off our minivan loan and make a nice principal payment on our mortgage. Most of the items stored in the basement were donated and sold. The money we made was helpful, but more importantly, we realized we didn't need to buy more stuff, saving us money in the long run and making room in our budget for travel. Pretending to live in half our house turned into selling our home, moving into an apartment, and building our little white shack, coming in summer of 2019. The money we made from selling our home allowed Chris to take a 1-year mini retirement and find a remote job he loves. If you're feeling stuck in life right now, start questioning the constraints you're living within. Then start experimenting with how you can make changes. And after you've followed through on those experiments and found answers to your questions, take action to make a significant impact on your future. What would you accomplish if you questioned the status quo and experimented with a new way of life? You just listened to the post titled 3 Steps to Help You Get Financially Unstuck by Jaime of keepthrifty.com. And I'll be right back with my commentary. Buy low, sell high. It's easy to say, hard to do. For example, high interest rates are crushing the real estate market right now. Demand is dropping and prices are falling, even for many of the best assets. It's no wonder the F.I.R.E flagship fund plans to go on a buying spree, expanding its billion-dollar real estate portfolio over the next few months. You can add the F.I.R.E flagship fund to your portfolio in just minutes and with as little as $10 by visiting fundrise.com/OFD. That's FUNDRISE.com/OFD. Carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the F.I.R.E flagship fund before investing. This and other information can be found in the fund's prospectus at fundrise.com/flagship. This is a paid advertisement.
Ready to launch a career and future you can be proud of? Welcome to Merrill, where an industry-leading advisor training program will help you get licensed. And with lead gen support from Bank of America's vast customer base, you'll get the referrals you need to establish your own practice. It's time to see your career charge forward with Merrill. Apply now at careers.bankofamerica.com. Copyright 2024 Bank of America Corporation.
I loved the encouragement in this article to question our assumptions. When I first started learning about money, the F.I.R.E movement appealed to me because it questioned the assumption that you must work a 9-to-5 until you're 65. The idea that I would retire from my corporate career at 33 years old was not even on my radar just 10 years earlier. It's amazing how quickly things can change when you deepen your ability to think critically about your social conditioning. Another assumption that the F.I.R.E movement turned on its head for me is that getting out of debt would be a miserable process. That spending less always means enjoying life less. In my experience, life got so much better when I became more intentional about spending and used creativity and resourcefulness to get my needs met. Using my time in less consumerist ways looked like reading more books from the library, taking more walks, journaling, and building the capacity to enjoy my own company. Spending less helped me discover that the best things in life are free, and my happiness is not found in new stuff or an inflated lifestyle. When applied strategically, good personal finance practices can turn into excellent personal development habits. And that'll do it for today. Have a great day and start to your weekend. Thank you for listening, and I'll be back here tomorrow where your optimal life awaits.